Good morning. It is 11:30 and Sprocket just dropped us off. We left a car in Daleville and we are heading up to the Knob. Sprocket told us we have pretty decent terrain for like 6 miles. Is that what he said?
He said the first 6 is pretty good.
Cool. And so we're going to go to the Knob. It's kind of cloudy. Hopefully it will still be worth viewing. And then we may go on to Tinker. We'll just see. But between us and our car is about 26 miles. So one night in the woods. We just climbed 300 feet up from the road. Took about half mile, so I mean it was all switchback. We did stop before we met Sprocket this morning at Outdoor Trails in Daleville. They had a really nice selection of stuff. Rich was able to replace his hat that he lost on Kelly Knob. And then I found a Outdoor Research shirt that's super, super lightweight. That Columbia I hike in is okay, but it doesn't wick real well. Hoping this will wick better because it's getting ready to get hot again. But they have a lot of great stuff. And then the Kroger next door was a big score because we found high protein instant breakfast, which we always try to scoop up when we can. So that was good. We'll probably do a resupply there. And I think what we're going to do is, do the 0 in Daleville, but skip up to Middle Ground campground and stay in a cabin the night before we shuttle back to start hiking. So we've got the next little bit planned out. It's always good to have a plan so you can change it. We came through a gate and out into a pasture and got some nice views. I am directionally challenged. I have no idea.
Laurel.
What?
You better be careful. You may get acousted.
Oh. Yeah, he's just a laugh a minute, isn't he? I don't know which way we're heading. You'd think I'd recognize McAfee, but it could be any one of these bumps. I don't know. We stayed at the Holiday Inn Express last night, and it was super nice, but it was pricey. Even if there's 2 of you splitting it, it's like $150 for the night. So bear that in mind. We're gonna find less expensive digs, like we said, I think, in the wrap up yesterday. But it was real nice. Breakfast was good. We saw Can-Do. Met a hiker named Tomcat. So there were hikers there for sure.
What does Tomcat have, Laurel?
What does Tomcat have?
2 new hips.
Oh, well, his are not as new as yours. He has one that's 3 years old and one that's 1.5 years old. But yes, he's hiking with
I'm hiking with mine while they're still under warranty.
Yeah, he's in the break-in period. But we've come a mile and 4/10. So we got a ways to go. Yeah, we climbed. Whew! We started climbing in a cow pasture, and that was just sort of a grunt. And then we came up and did switchbacks. I think we're almost 2,400 feet. So we did a bit of climbing, and now it looks like we're getting ready to go down, and not very gracefully. No, I guess we have steps. Okay, I better turn this off. We are 4.5 miles in, and we just came along this really cool rock face. You can't really see it. I'm gonna go back here. Maybe you can get a better idea. We are probably a little over 5 miles from the Knob, and we are gassed. We need our 0 desperately. There, you can get a good idea of how this is. That's pretty cool, huh? This is the first shelter on the way to the Knob. John, I can't remember. Spring's dry there. Plus, the Catawba shelter is up like 300, and we want to go ahead and get that climb in before we stop and eat. And then after that, we'll have about 2 miles to the Knob. We don't know if we're gonna have time to make Tinker. We're both climbing slow. I mean, it's been 2 weeks since we had 0, and it's starting to show. But we'll figure it out. We've got time when we have lunch. There's still an awful lot of cars in the parking lot, so it could be a full-on freak show up there. We don't know. We'll see. We have arrived at the shelter, and there was company. There she goes. Yeah. No, you're fine. Hey, how the heck did you guys get here? You hauled butt.
There's sleep. There's happily.
And ever after. And here's the shelter. Lunch. That's a nice shelter area. I walked down and got enough water just to get us back up. And so we've got a liter to get us up over the knob. It was like 1.8, 980 or something. It's basically 1,000 feet up. Oh yeah, Rich just said we should 9-hike this. Unbelievable. So 1.5 to the knob, 6.6 to tinker, 17.4 to a bed and a shower. Off we go. We are 3 or 4 tenths from the knob, and we only have like 171 more feet to climb. This is one of those situations where everybody made it sound so horrible that it wasn't bad. I prefer it that way. I'd rather someone said it was awful and it'd be easy than say it's easy and it hands me my butt. But we should be up there pretty soon. We just ran into a guy going Sobo. He said there's still a lot of people up there taking pictures, but he got his bucket list shot. Hopefully we will too. Here we are. I started bawling, not gonna lie. Blubbered like a baby. Still get emotional. Would like to get a few more pictures. You kind of have to beg strangers to take them, so I might see if we can get a couple more. Wow, that was a bucket list thing for sure. When you come in late afternoon, it's not too bad. I'm sure this morning it was a freak show. Somebody said there was a better overlook about 75 yards this way, and you can see Roanoke Airport. So it's only like 4:30, and we're going to see if we have the gas to get to Tinker. We'll have to get water and head that way. So down there is the airport, as promised. It's pretty incredible. Uh-oh, he's getting out Peak Finder. We could be here a while. We came down to the water source from the Campbell shelter. It's Pipe Spring, and it's actually flowing pretty good because there's no water until after Tinker, and we're still undecided if we're gonna. I read some comment about no camping at Tinker, so that may not even be an option when we get up there. If so, we'll just go on to Lambert, but. Either way, we've got another big climb, so we needed water. This is the Campbell shelter Looks like I got a brand new picnic table. There's privy over there. Nice porch. And bear boxes. If it was a little farther down the trail, we'd be tempted to hang around. But it's not, so we won't. Okay. Where's the trail go? I guess we better find it. It's down there somewhere, I think. There's some big rocks up here. This is someplace called the Ledges. We are about 2 miles from Tinker. Yeah, I think if you went up in that snaky stuff, you could probably see something. We might just pass on that, because we'll have views at Tinker too. Out of breath. Yeah, we've been climbing, and we're gonna climb more. Yeah, we found the view. And now we get to do this. Oh dear. It is 6:42. We have a 700 up. This may be the beginning of it, and then we have like a mile and a half to Tinker's Cliffs. We're hoping we'll get up there by 7:30, and then we'll still have a good hour and a half of daylight if we decide to go on to Lambert. But I'm gonna put this away and climb. It says we're still 2/10 from Tinker Cliffs, and we have 85 more feet to climb. The AT is that way. Okay, let's go. Oh, okay. Man, I am tired. I hope this downhill isn't as bad as I think it's gonna be. We'll take 10 minutes here at least before we start descending. This is the view from Tinker's Cliff. Pretty amazing. Wow. Oops, I think I just found where the south cliff is that you're supposed to see the view from. Yeah, there's the sunset off in the distance. Wow. This is pretty.
Yeah, we've got about an hour to sunset.
Okay. So pretty. I keep stopping, and we're gonna get stuck in the dark. Here's another view. It's pretty crazy. We're all trying to soak it in and still make it to the shelter before dark. So pretty. Still getting a little more sunset, and the views are just incredible. I wish we had more time. I wish I was not so slow on downhill, but my knees are screaming. Okay, let's go. Can't stay forever. Oh, we got a switchback. We hope we get more. Big boulders. It was cold up there, and now that we've dropped down even just a little bit, we're out of the wind. We think we'll make it with plenty of time. There's some tenting next to the shelter, and then 1/10 down, there is a separate campsite. But we think we're gonna go ahead and tent near this shelter. We saw a lot of bear sign up there. And I can't remember if there was a comment about bears at Lambert or not, but there is a bear box, so that's good. Hopefully we'll get down here without too many steep descents. We'll see. Hi there.
Morning, kids.
It's not nighttime.
This is not a
But this is
tent
the best
either.
we can do. We got in here at Lambert Meadows shelter at like 10 or 15 minutes before dark, and we
Yeah, it was
camped.
right. It was 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
The sun goes down at 8:30, and we're down in a hole, so it was getting dark pretty quick.
And for the video for today, I'll take a little bit of pictures. But happily and ever after we're here, we met a guy named Matt who's doing a little section. A guy from Jackson. What was his trail name?
Alex is his name, I think.
Oh, okay. But anyway, there was folks here. Julia and her husband, who we saw at McAfee, stayed at Tinker longer than us and got incredible sunset pictures.
Yeah,
they came down in the dark. Now, coming down would have been really easy, but we didn't know.
Yeah, the treadway was real fast.
They said it took them like 30 minutes to come down.
Yeah.
But of course, then they set up in the dark.
I didn't have my headlamp. It's in my electronics bag in the car. Stupid.
Right. But it was amazing. McAfee and Tinker were both great. We had no clue. We looked in the book that technically you're not supposed to camp anywhere up there except at shelters. Obviously, people are doing it. But, to do the right thing, we would have had to have headlamps and been prepared to come down in the dark. If we'd have done a little more research, we could have done it. Now, those of you watching this channel, it's doable.
Yeah, the hike down from Tinker Cliffs to here is easy.
Right. So just have your dinner up there, watch the sunset all the way. Don't leave the show early, and you'll be happy you did. I asked Julia to send me a picture. Even though we weren't there, I still wanted it for our memories. But yeah, that's it for tonight, which is really this morning. Thanks for watching.
Night, kids.